Good. So welcome to another online movement break. Today we need a chair and either a half dome or a block. As always, do as much as feels good. This is not about really pushing into some extreme place where you feel like you can't walk afterwards or that you're in pain. So you can explore edges. Think about your body opening spaces. And so what I mean by that is, you know, if you open a bag of something really lovely, there's something inside that's going to come out. So think about your body just opening up spaces all the time. Do as much as you can. Back up the stuff that doesn't feel good. It's for you. So, very first thing, we're going to stand by our chair. We're going to use the chair for support, and then we'll sit in it. My feet facing forward, my toes facing forward as much as possible. My legs about hip width apart, so right underneath my ASIS bones or my hip bones. And allow your foot to really open into the floor. Just take a moment to breathe here. Really nice big deep breath in. Filling up all the spaces in your body and exhaling. Good. And so if you're not too close to your chair, doing a little shoulder circles initiated from my thumbs. So my thumbs come toward each other and they flip over and they go away from each other, hitchhiking. So forward and then back. And so see if you can find a little swinging motion here, using your breath. Thumbs come in and thumbs go out. Or some kind of circular motion of your arms is fine. So a little swinging here. The rest of the body is pretty calm. My legs moving into the floor. Feet opening up. And just allowing that shoulder to have some swinging. Whew. Letting the scapula go for their ride. Thumbs in, thumbs out. A few more swings. Yep, in and out. Arms are heavy. Trying to let the shoulders stay away from your ears. Swing, 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 swing. Good. Let's bring that to a close. Good. And the next thing we're going to do is, again, little spirals through our arm with a little swimming action. So I'm going to go sideways. You can stay forward. So I'm going to take one arm and I'm going to dip it in front of me, thumb down. And as I take my thumb down, I'm really reaching my thumb and my hand forward, and it takes my tush away from me. So I've got an opposition here, prepping us for what's coming next. And then I'm going to flip my hand up, pizza pie style, and then bring my elbow in. So it's a little bit of swimming. It doesn't have to be perfect. Thumb in. Palm up, bring it back in. Thumb in the water, palm up. Thumb in, palm up. So a little bit of back and forth. You should feel a little bit of momentum in your body. Doesn't have to be perfect. Thumb in, palm up. Thumb in, palm up. As we keep doing this, what I'm looking for is, again, a little bit of oppositional play. So one arm goes and then the other hip feels like it has to counterbalance. So thumb in, palm up. Just a few more times. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just thinking swimming. Be gentle in your legs. A few more times. Keep breathing. Thumb in, palm up. Good. Good. Two more times. Let's finish this out. Feet. Make sure you're even. Let's bring that to a close. Stand up. Should already have some heat percolating in your body. There's some kind of announcements going on in the street here today. So now I'm going to use my chair for support. I'm going to grab my block. or my half dome, or not, it's okay. You can also do this flat, on the flat surface. Using the chair for support. So as I stand, I have a standing leg that's going to move into the block or into the floor, and that's going to help raise this free leg. So as I push into the block, woo, one leg comes up and the hip comes up too. So I'm going to keep the emphasis being in the standing leg pushing and releasing in order for this other leg to go for a little ride. So working my lateral hip here. So up and down. So pushing into the block leg raises the free leg. And then I lower it. Pushing, raising, and lowering. And so if I don't have a block or a half dome, it's very little movement, but the emphasis is still on the standing leg first. Don't think about the free hip being your initiator. So standing leg, woo, this guy raises and then lowers. A few more times, you should feel a little bit of a burn, waking up all those pelvic muscles, the outsides of the hips. A few more times, standing leg pushes in the floor, woo, this guy floats up and then floats down. Pushing, standing, two more times, pushing into the standing leg, woo, this guy floats up and I got one more in me, let's do it. Push, float, and let's let that go. Let's stand on 2 feet for a moment and just kind of notice your pelvis, woo, all kinds of stuff moving in there. Good. Let's change sides. Again, trying to keep my feet facing forward as much as possible on my block or half dome or even on the floor. Same thing with that dangling leg. Okay, here we go. Making sure that all of your weight is on that block. Don't leave yourself halfway there. So ribs over pelvis. This is there for support. And here we go. I can let the foot dangle first. Woo, and now pushing into the block. Raises that free hip, that free leg. So pushing in. And we all know that each side is different based on what we do in life and based on whatever. It could be shorter leg, it could be a lot of things. So just notice and be kind to yourself. Saying this more for myself, this is my shorter leg, so I feel it more. So pushing into the standing leg. Woo, raises and lowers that free side. Be kind to yourself, keep breathing. Don't have to move as fast as I am doing it, or as slow. It's all a matter of perception, do you. Few more times on this side, pushing the standing leg into the block of the floor, raises that free leg. Woo. Okay, I've got 2 more in me, let's do it. Pushing into the standing leg, woo, raises that free leg, and then it comes down. Pushes, and that was my last one, good. Let's stand on 2 feet a moment. Notice. Good. So let's prep to get into our chair. So I'm turning sideways, you can do it in front of the chair, but I'm showing so you can see it. So I have one hand back here so that I know where I'm going. I'm going to put my sit bones into the chair. My legs are a bit wide so that I can sit right back there. So again, we're working with 2 extremes here. So one extreme is that I'm reaching my hand Superwoman style, and as I reach my hand, I also reach my seat towards the chair, looking for my sit bones to sit down. Ooh, that was one. Nicely done. Good, here we go. I'm gonna reach both or one hand, whatever you feel comfortable with. Doesn't matter. Both hands, as I reach both hands, I push into the floor and I come to standing. And right here, I'm going to give myself a super stretch. Breathing, breathing. Here we go. Opposite end. Reaching my hands and reaching my tail towards the chair. Nicely done. Good. Reaching my hands. Reach, 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 reach. That sends my body forward. Pushing into the floor with my feet. Standing up. I'm going to give myself another big stretch. Good. Hands are pulling me forward as my seat is coming back to the chair. 2 more times. You've got this. Reaching my hands help me. My feet push into the floor when I feel like I can't go any further. Reaching up. Good. My hands reach in one direction. My sit bones reach in the other direction. Look for the chair. Okay, one more up and I'll meet you in the chair. So, reaching my hands, reach, 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 reach. When I can't go any farther, push my feet in the floor. Oh, one nice big stretch. And then I reach my hands away and my sit bones towards the chair. Woo. Good. So my feet are in the floor, not too close together. Good. Big deep breath in and out. So I'm seated with my sit bones sort of at the end of the chair, not even sort of. They are at the end of the chair. And I'm going to do a little lateral bending. So the weight of my hand sends my torso and the weight of my head accompanies it. Making sure both sit bones stay on the chair, and then I go the other side. The weight of my hand is the initiator, taking me from one side to the other. No rush on these because I don't want either side of your pelvis to come up off the chair. So think about the opening is that opening side. The weight of the hand helps, the weight of the head helps. And then the hand takes you to the other side. If you feel one of your sit bones coming off the chair, or one of your butt cheeks coming off the chair, back off a little bit. Only go to that spot. And side to side. A few more times. Keep breathing. To support your movement, hand, weighted hands. It gives your space in your necks. Ooh, from side to side. Lateral bending. Nicely done. Just a few more times. Nicely doing is probably what I wanted to say. Feel good. We don't get enough of this in our daily lives. Okay, 2 more times to even yourselves out. Find me in the middle. Good. Okay, I'm going to start with my hands and my thighs. And I like to have them on my thighs as we start our spiraling because I don't want my knees to come together. So, reminding my knees to stay where they are, I'm going to send one thigh bone back. So one femur initiates this spiral, sending this femur towards the back of the chair, which sends my spine. And my head is the last to arrive, and I take my eyes with me, little spiral. Breathing, breathing. Femur initiates me to come back to the front, and my spine follows. My head and my eyes join me. My femur sends me back towards the back of the chair, which takes my spine, which takes my head, which takes my eyes. Yeah, femur brings my torso back in my lovely spiral. Femur initiates. Notice if your ribs are preceding you. So allow those ribs to stay soft. And eyes finish the movement. Femur takes you back. Yeah, femur moves forward, brings my spine, brings my head. And now my leg, my femur starts the other side. Oops, there we go. And head. Eyes are last. A few more times. Femur brings my spine back. So initiating this movement from my pelvis. Femur moves back towards the back of the chair. Spine goes. Head goes. Eyes go. Femur brings me back. Good. I'm going to do one more, two more. So one more to finish this side, and then two more. So finish out a round, if you will. So calm. Breathe those ribs back into your back, into your body. Femur goes back, spine goes, eyes go. Keep your eyes moving. That's going to help you. Femur moves back. I have one more. Find me in the middle if you're already done. Femur moves back. Breathing, breathing. Eyes go. Making sure my toes do not sudden curl up in weirdness. And that was my last one. Good. So, interlace my hands. And I'm going to flip them over and send my knuckles away from me and my thumbs pointing down. So everybody who's been in a garden or on their computer, opening up these joints, getting a little air in there. Notice if your shoulders are up by your ears. Good. Keep breathing and pointing those thumbs down away from each other and to the floor. Big deep breath in and exhaling. Good. Let's let that go with a little shake. And now, one more time, we're going to interlace the fingers, but do it the awkward way. So we have one favored way and one not so favored way. So interlace, flip the hands over, send those knuckles out towards me. Thumbs down and away from each other. Shoulders down. Keep breathing. You might notice a little panic somewhere in your body. If you do, it's okay. Like uncurl your toes, relax your arches in your feet. Take a big deep breath in. You've got this. Send those knuckles away. Thumbs down. Good. Good. Let's let that go. Give it a little shake. Woo. So I'm going to do this 2 more times. So interlacing the good way, the favored way. Flipping the hands over again. Thumbs away from each other. And I'm going to send this shape over my head just a little bit. So making sure my ribs aren't the initiator here. So letting my ribs stay in my body, which means my arms can't go very far. So that's where I'm helping to keep my limit. So now, initiating from my hands, I'm going to take a little circle as if I could squirt paint out of the palms of my hands onto the ceiling. So my sit bones stay in the chair. And I'm going for a little circular ride here with this shape. My elbows are soft, my ribs are soft in my body. My ribs don't move too much. And keep breathing. It's a gentle movement, just a little circle. The hands are the initiators of that circle, but it's taking the rest of my body with me, so it's not just this, right? So, yeah, taking the whole shape for a little ride. Good. 2 more circles. My thumbs keep wanting to come in, so spread them out, let that go, shake it out. Woo-hoo. So you have to go the other direction now. Interlace your fingers. Try doing the funny side, the side that doesn't feel well. Feel as comfortable. And stretching my hands towards the camera, thumbs down. This is the last hand stretch up overhead. Just notice for a second. Whew. Okay, no panic. Okay, we gotta go the other direction. So painting the ceiling, and my torso goes for a little ride. Think about all the opening and spaces you're creating. Think about your feet moving calmly in the floor. The knees are still in their proper place. Keep breathing. Thumbs are moving away from each other. Gentle, gentle. A little bit more, you've got it. Okay, 2 more circles. Woo, woo, woo. Feel the burn. I think I have 1 more circle to go. Here we go, let that go. Drop the hands. Woo. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Just give our hands a little rub on the top and the bottom. Rubbing my hands together and then rubbing the top of my hands. So do that a few times just to kind of give some love back to your hands. You just stretch them so well. I'm gonna do my wrists too. I'm gonna like rub my 2 wrists together and then rub the top of my wrist. Should feel good. Okay, relax your hands by your side. Nice, good. It's amazing how much rush of blood I feel through my body. Nicely done. Okay. So, some fun, silly stuff, because you know I like the silly stuff. Same arm, same leg. Same arm, same leg. Woo. Same arm, same leg. So trying not to send your torso away from your body. So I'm going to go sideways, but you keep going, same arm, same leg. So don't take your torso with you. See if you can just be your leg and your arm. So I might have to move my leg a little bit farther away from my body. That's okay. Same arm, same leg. Working a little bit of that psoas, a little quadricep. And the arms are just going for the ride. Good. And now we're going to switch to opposite arm, opposite leg. And again, it's just the leg, don't take the torso. Even if the leg comes up just a little bit off the floor, that's good, that's okay. We're still getting what we need done. So anchoring my pubic bone. So if you feel like everything's flying all over the place, remember your sit bones are powerful here. And my pubic bone is anchored to the floor as if it was another chair leg, if you will. So a few more times. Good. And let's let that go. Good. So now moving sideways to my chair. I have one leg planted firmly on the floor. I have one butt cheek on the chair. I'm holding onto the back of the chair here. This leg, my ankle, make sure your ankle isn't everting or inverting, so make sure the ankle is in line with your lower leg bone. My toes are curled under, so you might already be getting enough of a stretch. That's okay. Bring it in if it's too much. Bring it a little farther out. Make sure nothing changed in your torso, so I don't want to see ribs going all over the place. So keep the ribs in line. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Letting gravity help you here. Letting this long bone of the femur hang towards the floor. Okay, here we go. Adding on to this, I'm going to take my hand and my eyes and I'm going to paint the floor, paint the wall, and go up to the ceiling. Don't go too far back. I'm just going right to the chandelier. And coming back down, painting the wall, painting the floor with my eye as well. My eyes as well. 2 more times, this nice sweeping motion. Keeping it long, putting the emphasis in your hands and in your eyes. So keeping it active. So take some of the attention and tension away from your leg. Last time. Sweeping motion. Breathing, breathing, inhaling, opening up the space, coming back down. Good, let's bring that thigh in. Woo. We're gonna switch sides. So A little mermaid pose. Holding onto the back of the chair if I need to. I think you need to. And strong standing leg, meaning I need to. So letting that knee hang from the femur, ankle. Make sure the ankle is not, that it is in line with the lower leg. Letting that femur hang towards the floor, letting gravity help you here. Double check your ribs, make sure they're not in front of you. Shoulders down. Good. Here we go with the arm. Sweeping motion. Hands are active. Eyes are active. That's going to help you. Painting the floor, the wall, the ceiling, not too far back. And then coming back down with the eyes and the hand. Good. Breathing, opening, inhaling. Sweeping motion. Use your hand and your eyes. My standing leg also supports me. So keeping the feet opening into the floor. One last time, sweeping motion. Breathing, breathing, breathing up to the sky. And coming back down. Good, really good. Bring that leg in. Come back to the front. Good, so bringing my arms out to the side, reaching my hands all the way up and crossing my body. Very nicely done. We do this a few times, so really thinking about the width and breadth of you. Calm legs in the floor. Breathing. And bringing it all into you. 2 more times. Breathing, not to pass out, but just bringing it all in. All of your hard work, all of your self-care, and all that you need to support yourself. Good, let the arms hang down by your side. And just to close everything up, I like this one. So I'm going to cross my arms, trying to meet my elbows in the middle. It doesn't matter which arm crosses, the one that's comfortable. My elbows are aiming to be together. If they're not, that's fine. I'm really grabbing onto my shoulders. And for the moment, just one moment, let the weight of your arms be there. Down the center of your body. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Good. And now little jiggles of our elbow to close. I'm going to jiggle my elbows. So it's not really my arm, well, it's my elbows jiggling, so I'm not trying to take my arms and my shoulders with me for the ride. It's just my elbows, and the elbows reverberate into my body. So I like to think that I'm like a packet of like, I would say emergencies. I don't know if anybody knows, like a packet of something that has goody stuff in it, and it's like sand or really crystalline material. And I jiggle it, and it jiggles all that sand down. For me, it feels really calming in my spine. So, good. Let's drop our arms. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I'm going to pause the video, and we have a few minutes for me to check in with everybody. So thank you, thank you, thank you.